Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel, and this videos I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make this high and low circle skirt with a zipper and without a pattern. So I know there's a lot of other people out there that has posted this kind of video on YouTube, and I hope that my video won't bore you because you might or might not have seen it before. So enough with the talking and let's get right into it. The materials you will need: your sewing machine, iron, fabric, zipper foot, thread, measurement, pin, zipper, and scissors, and seam ripper just in case that you need it. Lay out your fabric and fold it in half like so, and then you're going to turn it and fold again to get 3 layers on folded sides. Now it will look something like this with sides unfolded together, if that makes sense, and it will look like a triangle if you want to call it. Next, you're going to grab your measurement and measure the length as desired, but first we are going to make full circle skirt without the top edge cut off. I'm placing the pins along with the measure, and to make sure that my length are in exact, I'm going in for a second time with my measurement. Grab your scissors and start to cut along with the pins or marker, and measure it again just to make sure that the length are at the same. When you open your fabric, it will look like a circle. You are going to fold your fabric just a tiny bit, like on half, but measure the length on the front of your circle skirt where you wanted it to be at, and fold once again. To get your waist measurement, you would use a formula for your waist is waist divided by 3.14 divided by 2 minus 7/8, and use your pins or your marker, and then you're gonna cut around it. Now fold your fabric and the curved line must be together, and you cut the side or the both side, and it will look something like this. Now grab your pins to make the side line stay in place, and go to your sewing machine and start sewing with backstitch at 1.5 guideline. After you finish with your first step on sewing, grab your measurement and start measure your waist, and pull out an extra fabric and cut out 13 centimeters on width, or you just make up your own. It's an optional on this one. And as for the length, is where your waist are. Fold your waistband in half and start ironing it, so it will give this a nice press. After you are done with your iron, you are going to line with your circle skirt with a waistband. You would use your pins to keep it in place. And you start to sew along the line of the waistband. And again, you are sewing with a regular stitch with backstitch at 1.5 guidelines. When you reach until the end of the fabric, you are going to backstitch as well. Next, you are going to top stitch the waistband so it can give us a nice finishing touch to what you made, and it will look something like this. And then you are placing the right side of fabric together. Put pins along the side. Then you are going to mark your fabric where you want your zipper to be at. And as you can see, my hand is pointing is where you are going to base stitch. When you are sewing at base stitching, you don't need to backstitch. As you can see that I have placed a pin or like a T sign on my fabric, that is where I wanted my zipper to be at. And when you reach to where your zipper to be at, you are going to put your stitching length at normal and start with a back stitch all the way to end. And when you're done that, you are changing your presser foot to your zipper foot. After you finish changing your presser foot to zipper foot, you are going to press the seam open. Put right side of the zipper next to the seam allowance with the pull tab extending past top of the fabric and put pins on it. As you can see, where my finger point at the pin was where I wanted my zipper to be at. If I'm going way too fast, just rewind the video and see it one more time. And as for the pull tab extending past top of the fabric, you are going to hide at back of the seam allowance, put pins and sew diagonal. And grab your scissor and snip it. And as for the final step, the hemming line, it might be difficult, but for this step, iron is your best friend. It will do the trick. And voila, you are finished with your high and low circle skirt with a zipper. Thank you so much guys for staying up with me throughout the whole video, and I hope that you guys like, share and subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't. And until next time, stay blessed and beautiful. Bye.